Hey everyone, welcome back to ClevverStyle. It is time for Style Guide. So today we have the lovely ladies from ClevverNews and ClevverTV, Joslyn Davis and Deidre Behar.
Hey guys.
Hi. And our guest of the hour, Josh Altman. We are so happy you're here.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
This is our first episode. It's the guys weigh-in on women's fashion. And Josh, you know, you can sell homes, but I feel like you could sell clothes. I mean, look at you.
I'm glad you got a man on the show right now.
We need
Me
it.
too.
I mean, I think we need the opinion because girls dress for other girls.
True.
And we don't dress for guys because I don't think we know how to dress for guys.
Because guys don't typically care as much.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and guys can't be honest, I feel like, because if they are truly honest, sometimes they always get the brunt of that.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
Always lie is better.
Don't lie here.
No, but you can't
Don't
lie here. This is a safe space.
Except for here. This is like a
Yes.
shrink office,
Trust
right?
circle.
Yes. Circle of trust. I love it. So you have to be honest. So we're going with.
Fine.
Okay, promise?
Promise.
Okay.
Deal.
So starting us off is the age-old question: what should a girl wear on the first date? I mean, the good, the bad, the ugly. Like, what is going to snag your attention?
Okay. For me, by the way, beautiful high heels are just the best. Best thing ever. I mean, and you know, Louboutins or whatever they are, it's if you have sexy high heels on and you look sharp and you can own that walk, to me that's the best. And that's actually what attracted me to my girlfriend. So she's great with that.
Is that the first thing you notice?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
High heels.
I go straight to the
Go
foot.
straight to the foot. It's like with guys, you know from their watches or their belts, you can kind of sense success. That's how I kind of pick out my clients. I'm like, is this guy for real? And then I look what he's wearing, his watch, and
You're
that,
like, oh,
which you
yeah.
have to do.
Right.
So with women, I go right to the shoes. I'm like, oh, okay. Because you can tell a lot about their personality because of that.
That's so
Because they're
interesting, because I don't know about you ladies, but I always feel like on a first date, you shouldn't put all your cards on the table. Like, you should just look kind of more natural, because, you know, you don't want to go out with your best stuff to start. What do you
First
think?
impression's most important. You never know if there's going to be a
see?
second date.
I'm
Come
learning
out-
so much.
I know.
Explains a lot about my life. Probably. There you go.
Stop.
I like coming out guns blazing, but in sort of a demure. I kind of get what you're saying when you say natural sort of a way.
Yep.
I would go for just a sleek black dress and a killer pair of huge stilettos. That would
Yeah.
be probably my ideal first date.
Well,
Would that work well?
that actually sounds great. If anything ever happens with Heather and I, I'll call you.
Great. I look forward to that.
Just make sure you go shoe shopping before you go out with Josh.
Yes.
Wait, so what's like the worst thing that a girl can wear on a first date?
Okay, I love the whole natural look. I think it's great. The worst thing is showing too much. Is giving too
yes.
much. You gotta
Okay.
live. What was that movie?
Mystery.
Clueless, 10 years ago or whatever.
Yes.
You gotta leave a little to the imagination. How I remember that or know that, I have no idea. But
I'm not gonna hold that against
it's
you.
always good. And the whole, you know, playing hard to get thing and not giving it all up on the first date. That's probably the best thing.
Cheers to that.
I like that. I like that. Have you ever had an experience where you went on a date and it was just like she showed up and you're like, oh no, what have I gotten myself into?
Yeah. Sometimes, like, you know, when I used to date a lot, and
Ladies, man.
Before you settled down.
before I settled down, and you know, I would go out with some of these girls and I say, oh my God, would I be able to bring this girl home to mom? And then if I said no in my head, then that was it.
That was the end of your
Yeah,
first
that was
date.
the end of
It's
it.
a good marker.
That is
Yeah.
a good marker.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of showing something not to the imagination, the crop top is a huge trend right now. We've talked about it 100 times. Miley Cyrus wears one probably every day. Kristen Stewart wore one to Comic-Con and made a big splash. What do guys think of the crop top?
So these girls have great bodies, which is great for them.
Yes.
And I love it, and they can wear it and they own it, and that's cool. Not my thing. I
Not
don't
your
like
thing.
it.
Why?
I just don't. It's so, I don't know, this is like a
Are there
bad
other body
80s
parts?
music video, I feel like, is what it looks like. You don't feel the same way?
I mean, I feel like at times, but 80s style is back in. But that just brings you back to something that you don't want to.
No, 80s could be cool if you do it the right way. The whole crop top thing, not into it.
So is there another body part that you would prefer to see accentuated? Okay. So, well, is it too much? Is that what you're kind of saying? 'Cause Miley and Kristen are both showing a lot of leg, and they're showing midriff.
Okay, I love Daisy Dukes. I think they're great,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's kind of the old style that is, you know, came back, and it's amazing. And
Yeah.
if you can rock Daisy Dukes, they're unbelievable. Guys love that. Love
I
it.
need to be writing all this down.
Because you
I
get
know.
it's the kind of the country girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait, so were you a fan of Jessica Simpson circa 2004?
You know what? I was because
She's
I mean
never
that's
looked better.
I was
Never
yeah.
looked better.
Yeah, because that's not what she looks like now, but at that time she looked great.
Yeah, she's happy now. But I mean, it's like, so this is a no-go for you.
I love the sneakers. I think that's cool.
I love that.
When girls rock Jordans and that type of stuff. Very, very cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I would never pull out
I
like
love
a
that.
pair of sneaks,
Me
ever.
neither.
Unless they were Converse, which is just so like cliche and girly, you know?
Right. The specialty shoe stores that you can go to.
All the street style is so huge right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so your lady has to have Air Jordans and Louboutins.
Right. Well,
Yes.
there's so you
She's
gotta
cover
find.
both ends of the
That's great.
spectrum.
There
Okay.
you go, because she's got to have that sexy, girling your arm, going to a nice restaurant or club, and then during the day
Dress down.
she
you
can
know?
hang out with your boys. And
Yeah.
that's important.
That is super
Very
important.
true.
I love that. I love that you are reading people literally by their shoes. Josh. Like, what a shoe man we've
I know,
got
I
here.
love that. And you know what's crazy about this trend is that, I don't even see the crop top. I just look at them and I'm like, wow, they're in really good shape. And there's probably only like 4 or 5 people who can get away with wearing this trend,
Yeah.
period, anyways. And I don't think it's gonna last very long.
I don't think it is either. It's not functional for like every day.
Especially not the winter, as we move into the fall and the winter months.
I mean-
Unless you have like a nice fur crop top. or
I
something like
mean,
that.
which is not politically correct, so
Exactly.
don't wear fur. But, I think maybe it's the May to sort of August months where
Yeah.
the girls are just kind of lazy. And like Miley looks like she's probably running errands or going to the beach. Comic-Con obviously was the hottest weekend of our lives.
Yeah.
You just want to be in cool, easy breezy sort of clothes, and it seemed like this was just sort of something quick that they threw on.
Yeah.
So.
I would agree. All right, moving on to another summer trend. The body chain with your bathing suit. How do you feel about that? Rihanna, Whitney Port, like they've all been doing it. I can't lie. I love it because I'm a jewelry with the bathing suit kind of gal. But you can go with what you feel. Be honest, it's a safe space.
So anything Rihanna in a bathing suit, I like. I mean,
Okay.
let's get
Point
real
blank.
here. You can't really go wrong. Do I like it? No, it's not for me.
Not for you. Why? Give us.
I like
details.
simple, classy. I never liked. Remember those bathing suits, or do they still have them?
Oh,
that
the
are those
monokinis
those
that are just like one
piece.
strip.
Yes.
Oh my god! And that's what those remind me of. It's just too much going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the lingerie-looking bathing suits. Those
Okay.
are.
Beach
are-
Bunny, we were talking about. That's perfect.
Yeah,
They have
I
a
was
great
just
line.
in Vegas, Encore Beach Club, amazing, and that seemed to be kind of what everybody was wearing, and I loved it.
Yeah. No body chains with the lingerie bathing suit, though, is what you're saying.
I don't think so.
Way too much.
I love a little jewelry with a swimsuit, especially if you're at like a club that's in Vegas or something.
Yeah.
But these body chains kind of, I don't know, I'd feel like I was choking or something. It's like attached to your neck, attached to your waist, attached to your arm. It's like, what if you get caught on something?
Yeah.
You're gonna drown.
Definitely not like a swimming piece, I guess.
No.
More of a lounging yacht Rihanna time.
But these two girls can't really go wrong. So
I mean,
let's face it.
no, Rihanna's been in a bathing suit, I think, for the past 3 weeks.
Where is the chain on her?
Okay, so it like starts at her neck and goes like down her hips and around back.
Oh yeah.
So it's a little
Interesting.
scandy, I would say, but it's different. So that's why I like it. But I guess Josh doesn't.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I'm with Josh on this one. I'm pretty minimalistic, especially when I go to the beach, because I'm all about the function of whatever it is I'm doing, and I'm usually there to like tan or hang out. I never leave the house without little diamond stud earrings. I hate leaving the house without earrings. But other than that, you will never catch me in like aggressive hardware from my neck to my hips to not the look for me at all.
What do you think about girls and earrings, Josh? Like, do you notice when a girl doesn't wear earrings?
Yes,
Really?
I do. I do. I love the stud look. Just something simple.
Yeah.
And when you go out, it's like guys and watches. You like to have fun and do something crazy like that, and it's gorgeous.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Have
You gotta do
fun.
it.
Yeah.
You know?
Bam, bam. All right, Josh, this is kind of your thing, dressing for success. Rumor has it this is how you dress all the time. It doesn't matter if you're in studio with us or if you're walking the streets running errands.
Yep.
Correct?
Is this
walking
really
my
the
dogs.
truth?
I swear it's so
Well,
true.
you do not wear that to walk your dogs. That is a lie.
It is true. Very rarely are you going to catch me not in a suit. It would have to be late Sunday afternoon when I'm just, lounging in the house. But it's very important in my business, and I think in any business to dress for success. It's a first impression, the first thing people see. So when I'm showing a $10, $15, $20 million house, I got to look like I
You
own
need
it.
to look like
Yeah.
it.
Because who's going to believe me when I start telling them it's a great house? What does this guy know? He can't even, stay in the guest house. So that's why I did it. And then I kind of just added little things to change it up because you can't have 50 suits in your closet.
I love
Yeah.
a good pocket square.
I
And
mean,
you are
the
rocking
color
rocking
is
neon.
phenomenal
Love
in this
it.
one.
Awesome.
And then that was actually recent, over the past year and a half, when I started doing just media stuff for the show. All the designers said you gotta go a little crazier. You're-
Yeah.
So then I started buying these wild things and changing it up, and it's fun. It gives it a little personality.
It works for you because I think one of the things on a girl's end, I can't really tell if it's a good suit or a bad suit. I can tell if it's tailored wrong, but I can't tell if it's designer. But when you're wearing it with things like that, then I'm
Right.
like, oh, okay.
Fabulous.
Like when you say it's hard to tell like a guy's suit at times.
I mean, looking at this obviously looks like a really fine Italian sort of custom tailored suit.
Delicious.
But maybe, yeah, I'm not a men's suit connoisseur by any stretch. So if I was walking down the street, maybe, I don't know, looking at something really nice, maybe I'd be able to look at something that's not as nice. Like,
Yeah.
he needs to go get the suit game on lock.
Yeah.
Send it to Josh.
Do girls say that? I feel like they don't care.
Well, in the entertainment world, it's so seldom that we even see people dressed as dapper as you. People are so dressed down.
Casual.
Yeah.
For the most
Right.
part, unless it's like a movie premiere or something, in which case everyone looks amazing for the most
Yeah.
part.
Right.
So
And you know those are designer. You don't get like a cue. You don't go to a wedding and you're like, oh, everyone's in designer. Well, you don't know that.
Right.
So, but okay, here's a question from us. So when we're going into an interview, we have jobs, but I have a lot of friends that are going into interviews. It's that time of the year. So like, what can you wear to catch, if you're interviewing with a man, catch a guy's attention in a professional business way? Because there's definitely ways to dress for an interview that are wrong.
Right.
do's
So,
and don'ts.
well, it depends what job you're interviewing for. But
True.
there's a fine line of sexy and professional.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of want to meet in the middle. You don't want to give up too much. But then again, you don't want to be on the other side of the spectrum too much.
Yeah.
So, and it's tough. That's what's tough for a woman.
That's
a guy,
very hard.
just throw on a suit. That's all, that's really
Yeah.
our only option. So I love the business casual look. I love women in almost like a man's suit almost. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about? I don't even know how to
right.
describe
Blake
it. but
Lively does the
like,
menswear
There you go.
very well.
Like even the vests. I love that. It's stylish. It's cool.
investment.
Oh, there you go.
That's my fitted vest right here. Thank you.
So
Approve.
yeah. So that's what I suggest as far as going in for interviews, and it's just a tough situation. But just look sharp, be professional,
Yeah.
don't show too much.
Perfect.
What about like hair and makeup?
Natural is always best.
Okay.
in that
Good to know.
standpoint?
I think just in general. I mean, unless you're doing like a red carpet or something, I just think guys. I think guys get turned off with too much makeup, or I do at least.
Yeah. Why?
Because it's just, I don't know. It's first of all, when you hug a girl who has too much makeup on, it gets off on your suit. That's the most annoying thing ever.
In this suit,
We're not
no.
ruining this bad boy, right?
Because you know what I mean. But I was always just, I don't know. Maybe it's because my mom was always like a natural, not too much makeup woman, and so maybe that's just what I'm used to.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of girls learn their makeup from their moms,
Probably.
Yeah.
and I guess guys do too.
Well, I know my makeup now too because I'm on TV. So.
Yeah, I love it. High
No
definition.
shame in that game.
Yeah, no way. Fill in the wrinkles. All right. One last topic. This is my favorite one, you guys. So, how do you feel about guys dressing their girls? Now, rumor has it that Kanye dresses Kim Kardashian. That is the talk of the town since they've been dating.
He has great style.
I couldn't agree more. Great style. I love the look that she's been rocking because we're so used to her being hyper glam all the time. The uber amounts of makeup, the big hair, and the sexy red dress with cleavage and everything. And now we see her like walking on the streets of New York with like an ice cream cone, wearing her Air Yeezys, and like just a simple pair of black pants.
And we know those are good because
Okay.
the Jordans are good, so the Air Yeezys
There you
must
go.
be.
Yeezys are to die for. Okay, I would like some lady Air Yeezys if anyone wants to send me a pair.
Kanye.
I love her looking a little more stripped down and kind of like what you were saying that men prefer the more natural look. So he probably said, Kim, I love you, but we gotta wipe
on
some of
this.
this off and start from the basics.
What do you think?
I think it's cool how he does that. I'm trying to think if I have any influence whatsoever on my girlfriend's style, but I think she probably has more influence on me.
Okay.
But the guy's on like the front line of fashion, so.
Yeah.
But that's tough. The two of them are just,
Yeah.
the best of the best as far as that goes. I think it's cool. I think it's just him showing love, and that she does it is even just better, and that just shows how much she cares about him.
I might be a little feisty if my man told me how to dress. I can't lie.
Well, maybe it's just suggestion or
I
a
don't
gift.
think he's
There's a
breathing down
good
her
way
neck.
to
There's
say
no
that,
such
though.
thing as suggestions. Okay? We're not saying it just to see what you guys think.
You mean it. Change the shoe.
Well, wait, I'm curious how your girlfriend influences your style. Does she take you to suits?
Okay,
galore
she
and pick you out
she
something?
demands to come suit shopping, and actually now I enjoy having her with me. In the beginning, I was like, "What's she doing?
This is
She's trying to
stressing
change
me
me."
out.
Yeah,
I
just
know.
like when they move in your house, everything starts to move and change, and you're like, "What's happening?"
Yeah.
But then you get used to it, and she's actually she's very, a big fashionista in her own, and so she's all up on all the trends and everything. And a lot of times she says, "You got to do this." Like this season, I wear a lot of vests instead of the blazers with the tie coming out, and that was her idea. So
That's
How do you feel
awesome.
about bow ties?
okay.
Kind of digging bow ties.
We were in a store the other day and I tried it on, and my dad is a doctor, so he's been wearing bow ties for 30 years now.
Cutie, I love bow ties.
I do too.
I tried it. It looked so ridiculous. I thought I looked like a clown.
You just gotta get used to it.
I don't know, maybe like the untied bow tie,
Oh,
like
yeah.
a long day of work,
Oh, that's cool.
but
yeah,
wear
that's
it all
like
day
a
like
cologne
that.
ad or
Ooh.
something.
Yeah, can you do that?
Yeah.
There you go.
You could start it.
All
I
right,
feel
fine.
great about it. Okay, one last question. Just on the topic of girls and guys fashion. How, if we do have a quote unquote suggestion for our man, how do we put that in the right context? Say we want them to get better jeans, because I feel like that's a big thing for guys. Like, you gotta wear good jeans. And you love this guy, but he wears awful jeans. How do you tell him?
Baby, I love you. And you know it would turn me on so much. Then hit him with it.
And then tell him about the
That's
jeans.
it.
All right.
Can you
a good
recommend a
idea.
brand
Uh,
off the top of your head?
I wear Zegna because that's a lot of my suits are Zegna. So actually, the jeans I wear Zegna. But now what I started doing this year is everything kind of got a little tighter. That was
More
her.
tailored
Yeah.
and
That was her
fitted.
persuasion with me, was you got to wear tighter jeans, tighter shirts, tighter lower shorts.
Yep.
I wear my basketball shorts, so
Yeah.
she kind of changed those into these trendy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short shorts.
Short
Yep.
shorts.
Amen to Heather's influence.
I'm into her.
Oh, you guys will love her.
I might have a girl crush on Heather. Sorry, Josh. See you later. All right, guys, that was a great note to end on. Make sure you check out Josh on $1 Million Listing, and we'll see you next time on Clever Style. Bye.
Bye, guys.